Hey beautiful soul, it's Pandora. Welcome back to this sacred space where we take the time to listen to what your soul's been whispering all along. And today, I want to speak directly to those of you born on the 4th of any month. Whether it's April 4th, August 4th, or December 4th. If your birthday falls on the 4th day, there's something powerful about your energy that often goes unseen, but never unfelt. Because if there's one thing I know about people born on the 4th, it's that you're the anchor. You're the one people rely on. You're the one who shows up when it counts. You're the one who doesn't always need the spotlight. But you hold the whole structure up behind the scenes. And while the world may not always notice how much you carry, how much you build, how much you protect, your soul knows. And it's time to let that energy be seen, honored, and celebrated. So if you're born on the 4th, this message is for you. The power of the number 4 in numerology. Let's begin with the foundation, because that's exactly what the number 4 represents in numerology. The number 4 is the builder, the earth, the square, the stable table with 4 legs. It represents structure and stability and loyalty and discipline and hard work and responsibility and protection and sacred duty. While 3 wants to play and 5 wants to explore, 4 is here to build something that lasts. It's the vibration of commitment, of patience, of doing the work no one else wants to do, and doing it well. It's the quiet strength, the bones of the house, the one who holds the line when chaos hits. If you were born on the 4th, your soul came into this lifetime with a deep sense of purpose. But unlike some other numbers, your mission isn't always loud, flashy, or performative. It's steady, grounded, often unseen, but deeply important. Core personality traits of people born on the 4th. Let's talk about you. If you were born on the 4th, your energy probably comes across as reliable and practical, protective and disciplined and methodical and loyal and patient, courageous, quietly. You may not always be the loudest voice in the room, but when you speak, people listen, because you don't waste your words, you don't exaggerate, you don't make promises you can't keep. Your energy says you can count on me. Even when things fall apart, I will hold the ground. And there's a certain safety that others feel in your presence. Like they can relax, like they don't have to perform. Because you're not looking for the show, you're looking for what's real. Your emotional landscape, the hidden depths beneath the surface. Now let's go deeper, because while you may appear composed and grounded on the outside, inside, there's a rich emotional world that few people ever get to fully see. As a 4-born, you tend to keep your emotions private, not because you don't feel them, but because you don't want to burden anyone. Process pain slowly and quietly. Feel deep loyalty even when others have walked away, and hold on to guilt or responsibility longer than necessary, and struggle to ask for help even when you need it. Often feel like it's your job to keep everything together. Your emotional body is strong, but it's also sensitive. You care deeply, more than you let on. But your way of caring isn't loud, it's protective, subtle, enduring. You may show love through acts of service and fixing things and building a safe home, providing structure or solutions and simply being there, day after day. You may not always say I love you, but you show it in 1,000 quiet ways. And sometimes, that means others take your love for granted. Your shadow, the weight you silently carry. Let's talk about the shadows, not because they define you, but because they shape your growth. People born on the 4th often wrestle with 1. Over-responsibility. You take on too much. You feel responsible for everyone and everything, even when it's not your job, even when you're exhausted. And part of that is because your soul knows how to hold space. But part of it is because you've been taught that your worth comes from what you do. But you are not a machine. You are not a fixer. You are a soul, a spirit, a heart. You are allowed to rest. 2. Suppressed emotions. Because you're so steady, others may not realize when you're struggling. And because you don't want to be a burden, you keep things inside. But unspoken grief becomes armor. Unprocessed emotion becomes pressure. And your soul wants freedom. Give yourself permission to feel it all, not just in solitude, but in connection. 3. Rigidity and control. You like plans, structure, order. And when life gets messy, it makes you anxious. You may try to control situations or people to feel safe. But control is not safety. Surrender is. You don't have to hold everything together. Sometimes letting go creates the space for something better to rise. 4. Feeling unseen. Because you're not loud, not dramatic, not seeking attention. You often feel overlooked. You're the backbone. But people forget to ask how you're doing. You may feel invisible in your own life, but I see you, and the universe does too. You are the reason so many people are still standing, your soul mission and karmic echoes. In past lives, you may have been a builder, architect or craftsman, a protector, guard or warrior, a farmer, or provider for your community, a priest or monastic worker, dedicated to ritual and order, a quiet leader who held power without needing praise. In many lives, you served, stabilized, and supported. And in this life, you're continuing that mission, but with a twist. Now, your soul wants to balance structure with softness, to build something sacred, but not carry it all alone. You're here to show the world that strength doesn't mean isolation, that discipline can coexist with joy, that loyalty doesn't require self-sacrifice. You are here to be both rock and river, career and purpose. You thrive in environments that are grounded, purpose-driven, and stable and productive and honest. You're not afraid of hard work. In fact, you often crave it, because work gives you meaning. But you must also be careful not to lose your identity in your work. You are more than your job. Career paths that suit you include engineer, architect, or construction-related fields, and project manager, administrator, or logistics coordinator, educator, especially in structured learning, law, finance, or systems-based work, and social worker, public service, or any role where reliability matters, and craftsman, designer, or tradesperson and spiritual leader, with a grounded, ritualistic style. But whatever you do, do it with integrity. That's your true north. Love and relationships. In relationships, you are loyal, protective, and devoted, and private and steady. You're not interested in flings or drama. You want real love, the kind that lasts, the kind that feels like home. But you may struggle with expressing your emotions openly, and letting your partner see your vulnerability, overgiving without receiving, and staying in relationships too long out of duty. Your lesson in love is this: it's okay to need. It's okay to ask. It's okay to be held. You deserve a partner who sees the beauty in your steadiness, who loves your silence, who doesn't just take your strength, but shares the weight with you. Healing work for the foreborn soul. Here are your lifelong healing themes. 1. Let go of I have to do it all. Delegate. Ask for help. Trust others. Your value isn't measured in tasks. 2. Allow yourself to be soft. Cry. Rest. Be messy. You don't have to have it together all the time. 3. Speak your needs. Your voice matters. You don't have to be silent to be strong. 4. Embrace change. Life doesn't always go according to plan. That's not failure. It's divine redirection. 5. Love yourself beyond your work. You are worthy even when you're not producing. Affirmations for the foreborn soul. Repeat these, write them, live them. I am safe to rest. My worth is not tied to what I do. I am strong, and I am soft. I am seen, valued, and loved. I allow others to support me. I am building a life that feels like home. Closing message, from my heart to yours, to the ones born on the 4th. You are the builders of peace, the guardians of trust, the souls who keep the world from falling apart quietly every day. I know you carry more than you say. I know you hold it together for others even when you're breaking. But you're allowed to fall apart. You're allowed to let go. You're allowed to be held. You are not just a role. You are not just a provider. You are a soul, a spirit, a sacred force of grounded love. Thank you for being the foundation. Thank you for your strength, your loyalty, your quiet courage. May you know rest. May you know joy. May you know that you matter without lifting a finger. This is Pandora, wrapping you in comfort, in steadiness, in softness. Until next time.